But given that this planet has turned itself into a robotic graveyard, we are waiting on this after all. And well, unfortunately, we have a severe dormancy problem. As you can see, all of our volcanoes are a little bit dormant. Yeah. Reconnect that, and as we can see, the thing well, the game never has physics until it has physics, because, you know, the game likes to do these kinds of things to us from time to time. Hello there, I'm the Base Manager, and welcome back to Oxygen and Not Included. Now, today we are going to start the construction of our retirement house for our team of builder dupes. They have been quite useful to us throughout this playthrough, so I think they deserve something a little bit better than the rest of our dupes. So I think we are going to build them a retirement house right here on this planet, away from the confusion of other dupes, so that they don't have to deal with their dramas and despairs, right? We are going to send our colonization rocket over here, drop 2 rovers, because in here we don't have a ginormous planetary shield preventing us from doing that, and start construction right in this corner. But first, we still need to resupply our rocket over here. When it comes to oxygen, we are pretty good. However, okay. However, when it comes to suits, I would like to have a few extra with us, if at all possible, of course. And if we could also offload these worn Atmos suits so that we can get them repaired, that would also be pretty nice. So let's go over here, increase the quantity to 4,000 kilograms, because this thing never works correctly. At least I've never seen it work correctly. But oh well, let's just wait a few cycles, get this storage bin filled up, and then send this rocket towards the other planet. And while we are waiting, our dupes on other worlds are just collecting us a bunch of resources. This planet over here will not be, well, it will not have any more construction done to it in a little while, but because we'll still have a constant presence of dupes in this planet, because, you know, they are collecting resources after all, there will always be someone to do the hauling of ice to get it on top of the volcanoes, and things like that. I just need to come over here and occasionally give a sweep command over here on the bottom, so that the whatever dupe is present can come and collect that ice. What did I tell you guys? This never works correctly. I had restricted to 4,000 kilograms, but look at the dupes, they are still bringing more. Why? Because when it comes to suits, this is you should not count the kilograms of the suits, but the number of suits. However, it doesn't seem to work every time I put 20 suits instead of 4,000 kilograms, which is the equivalent. So I don't know. Joshua, could you please just take out this worn Atmos suit so that we can call in the crew and just leave? Alright, my friends, I'm happy to announce that we are ready to go, so we can just come over here. I already select the orbit of the planet, not the planet itself, so that we can drop the rovers. So let's launch the rocket, and well, in just probably half a cycle our dupes will be there. Now, there is one small issue. You see, we spent the entire playthrough, right, emptying out this place of all its existing and useful materials. Now we have very little to build with. Which means we'll probably need to either mine a little bit, however I don't think that's going to be enough, and also send some materials from the other planets. Right now I'm sending glass because we need more power production, and well, we have plenty of space to put a bunch of thingies of solar panels right here. I'll have to push the packet guiding thingy a little bit over into this side, but that's perfectly fine. So yeah, we'll probably need to send a bunch of materials such as minerals and a few more refined materials as well. Alright, my friends, our dupes have arrived over here, so let's deploy a bunch of rover friends. One right there and another one right there. Pretty nice, which means that we can now land this rocket over here, and this one is already filled up to the brink, so let's call in the crew and launch it into space. The crew is aboard, so we can launch right now. Pretty nice. There go the rovers. They are going to help us out. I think they... come on. Off you go. I'm pretty certain that the rovers on this planet are extremely bugged out. We don't need to do anything. The simple fact that they exist on this planet will be enough to bug them out for the remaining of the play session. While I don't reload the game, these things are just invincible. Now, let's take stock of our situation. These are the materials that we have available right here. Not a lot. Not a lot indeed, especially given that we'll have to build a bunch of background tiles. When it comes to plastic, we are not that bad, creating a couple of plastic tiles to protect us from radiation. Ores, we are yeah, this is bad. This is pretty bad. And steel, pretty bad as well. Okay, so yeah, we need all the materials over here as fast as possible. So let's start by extending this thing like over here, and then start bombarding the planet with pretty much everything that we need. Alright, my friends, so we are starting to bombard the planet with a bunch of useful materials, which is pretty nice. Our dupes are already transporting the capsules to the payloader opener, so we are already getting a few of the useful things that we need. Now, because, well, we can wait for 5,000 years for the materials to be delivered to us, just like so, a beautiful barrage, or we can, you know, strip mine the planet a little bit more. There is still plenty of resources that we could use, like these ores over here, so that we don't have to send everything from the main planet. So yeah, let's start by strip mining the remaining things that we have on this planet, and then we can proceed towards the build, while we wait for the remaining stuff to arrive at this planet. Huh, interesting. Don't ask me why, okay? Don't ask me why. I don't know why, but one of the things just melted. Like, the most... the one that makes the least sense to melt is the one that melted. Like, why now? I mean, okay. Sure. Okay. My friends, I just noticed one thing. The interplanetary launcher got a buff recently? Question mark? Because the cost for launching has been reduced severely. Like I was... Oh, come... Really? Really, game? Okay, that's totally fine. Sure. Whatever. I was saying something, but sure. Okay, here we go. We got the crash of the episode on at a 30-minute mark today. Like, but yeah, I can launch more packets now. Great. Alright, so here we go. What did I do in the last 10 minutes? Only God knows, because I don't. Very unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate that these things keep on happening. But yeah, as we were... What the... What in God's name is going on? Why is this thing all messed up all of a sudden? Launch cost 15 like billions out of... Oh, this is the amount of stuff that I have, and this is the cost for launching it. Ding dong, is someone home? Yes, it is, apparently. Okay, so now we are paying 30 Red Bolts instead of the 60 or 70 that we were paying. Yeah, we were paying 70 Red Bolts per packet, and now we are paying 30. Very interesting. I like it. That means that we can bombard that planet almost continuously, which is just awesome. Too bad that... Come on, launch a Red Bolt, come on. God damn it. In any case, yeah, this thing now is more useful than it used to be. Alright, my friends, our dupes over here are almost done with the retrieval of some materials. We don't need to completely strip mine the entire planet. We are sending plenty of materials as we speak. So, I think the shape of our future retirement home is going to be as follow. We still need to send a lot, and I mean a lot, more glass and minerals, because this is pretty much all the supply that we have. But yeah, this is going to be the design. We are going to have glass windows towards the starport, because of course, let's be honest, if you could go to the bathroom while looking at the stars, would you not like it? I think everybody can agree that's a positive thing, right? So we are going to need a recreation room right there, where we are going to put a couple of beach chairs and other recreation devices so that our dupes can have a fun time. Please mind those as well, so they can have a fun time while they are on downtime. We're going to have a mess hall over here, 2 bedrooms, an hospital, and then we have another room for whatever we decide in the future. Then we are going to have our airlocks somewhere around here. We are going to have an exit towards the starport and another exit towards the inside of the planet, and that's going to be pretty much it. Now, as you might imagine, having to fill up all of this with drywall is going to be very, very expensive, and probably going to take a little bit of time, but that's totally fine. I think we can handle it. Besides, it's not like our dupes have too much else to do, so they can just spend the time building a billion drywall tiles. Oh, my friends, it would appear that the rovers are no longer bugged. Well, it was night-night for this one, and the other one is probably inside of the planet. But given that this planet has turned itself into a robotic graveyard, with just bodies of rovers all over the place, right, I think it's a little bit difficult to pinpoint the location of this current deceased rover. Well, even though we have a bunch of materials hauled up in these planetary packets, yeah, this is going to be very, very, very expensive. We have 15,000, right? Let me just fill one room, just as an example, and as you can see, like, we no longer have enough resource. Yep, this is 15,000 igneous rock. Yikes. Okay, well, I mean, we can continue bombarding this planet for a very long time. We have plenty of resources back at home. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a major problem. It's mostly build time other than a resource thingy. That is our bottleneck, right? Because we only have 2 dupes, so they have to do all the work themselves. And, you know, this is probably going to take more than 50 cycles, so I bet you that we don't get this thing done before the end of the episode. Now, my friends, while our dupes are here busy, let's just go back memory lane a little bit and analyze some of our decisions. So we came to the conclusion that maybe building a statue for our dupes was a little bit too excessive. So we decided to build one of the most expensive things we could, right? Because why not, right? Yeah, that I don't know how I make these decisions, but well, the decision is made and we are going with it. Alright, my friends, slowly but steadily we are getting this done. So, given that we had the space available to us, I decided to give each individual dupe a dining room just for themselves. We still are going to have a common room for, you know, any dupe that decides to come over here and stay with us for a little while. You know, they deserve a place to dine with the remaining dupes, you know. They can all do a big feast in here together. Other than that, we are going to have the mandatory hospital right there, and then on top we are going to have the recreation room with openings towards space so that we can have some sunbathing, and over here we are going to have another recreation room with a boombox, some beverages and stuff like that. Now over here we have our airlock. One exit towards the starport, another exit towards the planet, and then we are going to have our carbon dioxide filtration system right here. We are just going to pick it up and vent it into space. We don't really care too much about it. We might, you know, filter out the carbon dioxide into a storage so that we can use in the soda fountain, but other than that, any remaining carbon dioxide that we have laying around, we'll just vent it into space. Besides, like it's kind of let's be honest, it's a little bit disgusting that we are using a dupe's breath to make soda, but the dupes don't need to know about that. Okay, so we can start now filling up our liquid log, which is pretty nice. Some progress. This thing takes a little while to fill up, so we can start doing that right now. Now, one thing that I kind of realized is in order for us to make one tile, right, we need the materials from 2 interplanetary payloads. Yeah, given the amount of squares that we still have to fill up, we can take a rough calculation on how many payloads we are actually going to need. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Another thing that would be a good idea to get built would be a oxygen storage facility, right? So that we can first resupply our rocket and then also pressurize this entire thing. We still don't have any way to store and distribute the oxygen, so yeah, let's get that done. And soon we'll be able to start shipping oxygen from the main planet in here, and then we'll have a place to put it, which is going to be pretty nice. Alright, my friends, we have passed through the waypoint, the midpoint for the episode, at least when it comes to playtime, that is, and I'm satisfied with the progress that we are making. Let me just cancel one thing over here pretty quickly, because I want to make another window right there. Beautiful. Now, I've been keeping an eye over here on this planet. We are waiting on this, after all. And, well, unfortunately, we have a severe dormancy problem, as you can see. All of our volcanoes are a little bit dormant. Yes, and as you can see, it's going to take a while until they come back online. So the cold has just been gaining ground over and over and over. And yeah, before we know it, the entire map is going to be frozen again. But that's fine, that's fine. Once they come back online, everything should go back to the way it was before. Now, my friends, one final thing that I want to add to this planet is, well, a few bunker doors. Now, we are going to do this simply for aesthetical purposes, because, well, let's be honest. This area over here is going to be our garage, right? And every garage requires a door. Otherwise, it's not really a garage. It's a hole. Weirdly, but yeah, just for aesthetical purposes, we are going to add a couple bunker doors. I think it's going to look pretty nice. And then our dupes will be safe, knowing no one is going to come during the night to steal their rocket. Well, my friends, as I'm building this, I realize that I'm trapping my rockets inside of the garage. A little bit unfortunate, but if our dupes hurry up and build this thing quickly, we might be able to open the doors eventually. These things without power takes so long to build to open, it's ridiculous. So hopefully our dupes will concentrate their efforts on this, so that then we can open the doors before this rocket is filled up. Because I would like to keep my rockets in circulation, keep transporting all the materials back home. God damn it, are you joking? Fuck me. Second one, my friend, second one. But this one at least came at the right time of 3 hours and 30 minutes, and given that the first one was at 30 minutes, well, yeah, I mean, sure. And we're back. Luckily for us, the crash happened as the cycle was turning, so we didn't lose too much progress. Alright, my friends, after a very long time on this planet, we finally have oxygen resupply. We still had a pretty significant amount of oxygen left in the cargo canister, but still, if we can start replenishing that amount, I think that's a very positive thing. We just need to send enough oxygen to make it happen. We still have 200 kilograms over here, plus 450, that's not nearly enough to fill this one up. But I'm pretty certain we still have a bunch of oxygen over here on these packets, and we'll still be sending more as time goes on. Well, my friends, we have run into a small issue. You see, we are out of food. That's unfortunate. We'll have to send our rocket back home. So pretty much what happened, I had the filter back at 20 kilograms. I forgot to put it back all the way into 100, and we only brought 20 kilograms of berry sludge. And our dupes have already consumed all of it, which is, like I said, rather unfortunate, but I mean, we can always just make a quick trip back home. The distance is not that great. It's like one cycle of journey, maybe 2 or 3 cycles worth of resupply, and then we'll be back here in no time. Given that food is kind of important, I think we are going to do that at the end of this cycle. And here come our builder dupes. Please, next time make sure that the fridge is well packed up with a bunch of berry sludge, otherwise these kinds of journeys are just wasting time. Okay, my dupes, by the way, how many suits do we have? We still have plenty of suits, so we are really just interested in stuffing this fridge filled with... what the hell? Stuffing this fridge with a bunch of berry sludge. Well, my friends, not even one cycle later, the fridge is filled up. That's all that we cared. I'm not going to wait around for the oxygen to fill up or anything like that. We have a way to supply oxygen back at the other planet, so I'm just going to call the dupes, send them back, and continue construction. I'm going to send them to the orbit so that we can drop the rovers, obviously. Their help is always appreciated. So let's go. I think both of the dupes are inside. Yes, they are, so... feel free to launch the rocket whenever you feel like it. Oh well, my friends, there is so much movement on this star map, it's difficult to discern which thing is which, right? I'm pretty certain that this... not this, the other one, this one... there are 3 rockets in one tile, this is ridiculous. Oh well, at least I was able to select the proper rocket. Let's deploy one rover right there, another rover right there, and then we can land the rocket right there. There is so much movement on this planet now, 3 dupes and 2 rovers. I'm certain that such a qualified team will get this done in no time. After all, we are just missing the background now, and a couple of pipes here and there. The machinery itself is not that difficult to achieve. We'll probably need to send some sand. We don't have a lot of sand on this world. We have like this bit and that's it. So yeah, we'll probably need to send some so that we can get a water filtration system going. Other than that, like I said, just building the backgrounds and this thing will be done. Oh. Okay, I think I came to the realization now that you've spent more red bolts for more distant planets. That's why the other one was so cheap, because the gold planet is right next to our main base, and the frosty planet is really far away. I had to send a little bit of coal this way. We were starting to run out, and yeah, now I understand what the hell was going on. Okay, makes total sense. Combining a little bit of strip mining with the packets that we are receiving from the home base, we have almost procured enough resources to complete the build of our retirement home. We just need more minerals so that we can fill up both of these rooms, and the background section of the build is going to be complete finally. This thing is really expensive, and well, it's not that we don't have the materials, it's just transporting the materials over here that has been a little bit annoying. Finally, my friends, after waiting for so long, the volcanoes are coming back online. We are fighting the cold, but just look at the effect that all that dormancy had on the chamber. Yep. You know what, my friends, we are going to work on this retirement home as our project right now, but once we have this... How did this happen? Game, don't crash, come on. Thank you. Come on. Like, there is so many places you can hang out. Why there? In any case, my friends, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a dupe that is probably feeling jealous that we don't give them any attention whatsoever, and we constantly focus on these dupes. Before I was rudely interrupted and losing my train of thought by those rude dupes, what I was saying was that we are going to finish this project, and then we are going to move again towards the ice project, but we are not going to just wait around, otherwise we are going to be in here forever. We are going to upgrade our power grid somehow, I don't know how yet. Probably we'll have to build a power plant in here because we don't have space within the planet itself, and we are just going to go crazy with some of these thingies. Where are they? Like, I wanted to avoid that, okay? I really wanted to avoid using tapodizers, stuff like this, because it's just, like... It feels wrong using those those things when you have 4 iron volcano... When you have 4 of the most hottest things in the game, it feels wrong to use a tapodizer, but still, we can't stay in here forever waiting for that ice to melt, so we just, you know, better use something to... help out the temperature a little bit. Oh, this is less than ideal. I now notice that we need fibers to build the beach shares. That's really unfortunate because fibers are... well, they are quite light when it comes to the object itself, right? For example, if we go over here into our storage bin, we can see we have 3 tons of the stuff. Yeah, even if we just wanted to send like 20 kilograms, it would be almost impossible to input such a small quantity into the into this thingy. Oh well. So what I'm going to do is quite simple. I'm going to come over here, say that we are not going to transport anything else for a little while. Let this thing shut off by itself, which should happen right now. And then I'm going to come over here, remove the igneous rock from the list. There we go. Remove everything. Select the fiber. Where is it? Manufactured material? No. Industrial ingredients, fibers. Allow manual use. And then once they comes, I will activate the yellow alert to force a dupe to come over here and deliver some fibers. I'm going to reset the counter. And, well, I'm going to be very, very careful only to send, like, 1 packet of fibers, because each packet is, as we can see over there, 20 kilograms. 20 kilograms is more than enough for what we need. Alright, here we go. Let's remove that annoying alarm. So, go back in here so that we are not going to see that happening, but we already have that fiber over there, so we can trust that enough fibers are being sent. How many packets? 40 fibers, 40 kilograms of fibers. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Then we'll ask our dupes to put the remaining stuff back where it was. Man, I wish I could speed up the process of retrieving the planetary payloads. Oh wait, I know, and I have a brilliant idea. How about I build 2 of these things? Yeah, like I just realized that this was another bottleneck that I could probably just... yeah, get double the amount... Really? Every time I open my mouth. Not even going to care. I, you know, had the brilliant idea that if I had 2 of these things, then I could open 2 packets at the same time. I know, brilliant idea. Now, my friends, do you know what would be pretty nice? If we could have more dupes always present helping us out. So I had an idea. I'm going to convert, well, not really convert. We are going to upgrade this rocket, this transportation rocket, to be able to transport 2 dupes instead of 1. That way we can use this rocket to transport an additional dupe into this planet to help out during the building stages. I know there is not, like, technically a lot of things to build, but having more dupes always helps out, so yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Well, my friends, do you remember all those episodes ago when I was trying to get a automatic retrieval system for items? I don't remember if it was over here, or whatever it was. Yeah, I hate when I do these kinds of things, but you have to see that today is day 2 of recording this thing, and so my fresh mind comes up with just brilliant ideas all of a sudden. So I tried different things, except like one very obvious thing. So we know that these things, they lose physics once they touch down. So having a door right there open would not make the interplanetary payload drop down. It would stay in the same place. However, we know that these things can pick up items through open doors. As we can see over there, as we can see over there, the door is open and therefore the auto sweeper can pick it up. We also know that doors can serve as a floor once, if it is, how should I put it? If it is closed, right, things can be supported on top of it. So I was thinking, and maybe what we could do is quite simple. Once again, I hate that I only thought about this now, but better late than ever. We could put 3 mechanized airlocks right there. Underneath it, we could build something along these lines. We would put an auto sweeper right here. We would have to extend this a little bit, so let's do so. Once again, this is just an idea. I'll have to make it a little bit better soon, but in any case... Oh, rewind, okay, god damn it. Here I am trying to be quick about it and just make it worse. And then we put some water in here. We would run the... what is the salt water line? Come on. Come on. We would run this line... Oh boy, I really need to change it. Through here, right? But not as a insulated pipe, but as a radiant pipe. As the salt water goes through, it absorbs a little bit of heat produced by these machines running. We would make them out of steel or thermium or whatever, so that they could really run really hot. They don't have these don't have overheat temperature this thing has, but I'm pretty certain that we can control it and keep it below 200 and whatever degrees, because at that temperature the water would evaporate. So yeah, and the doors would open, these would have access to the payloads, it would pick up the payloads and put it in its place, everything would be very simple, and everything would be temperature controlled. I really why I didn't thought about this soon, I don't know. All I know is that now I want to stop building this and I want to start building that thing. So yeah, let's do that. Now, my friends, there was absolutely no need to build this. We are closing in on the end of the construction anyway, so it's almost a little bit wasteful. But, well, let's just say I thought about it and now I really want to do it because, well, I kind of want to see if it works, because it can be a really good idea for the future. Easy way to collect interplanetary payloads without dupe interaction, like it would be a godsend, like really. So if I kind of get this one working, even though it's not going to be super useful right now because we are closing in on the end of pretty much everything, the next time we return to Oxygen Not Included, we will have new tools under our belt. Alright, my friends, here we go. So as we can see, like, the interplanetary payloads have no physics, they cannot come down, which is pretty unfortunate, but as we can see, the autosweeper is inputting the things over there, even though it should not be doing that right now. There is no coolant, I didn't want to spoil the surprise, but it is what it is, right? In any case, now we have to deconstruct these thingies and build the final doors, and we are going to be done. It's going to be so amazing, come on. Oh, you can still reach. I just deconstructed the tiles wrong, but that's totally fine. Yeah, so the let me just finish up with power over here. Go like so and like so. Prioritize this to be above everything else, and this as well. And this as well. Let's go. So how is this going to work automation-wise? Pretty simple. This thing, the space scanner, is going to be scanning for ballistic things, right? I think this thing sends a green signal when it detects the payloads, right? The green signal is going to be converted into a red signal, which is going to close the doors, making sure that the targeting beacon is active, because as you can see, it can't work if there is no tile underneath it. Oh, the dupes went into night schedule, okay. Making sure the target beacon is active so that all the payloads land in here. However, once it stops detecting the payloads, it will open the doors and allow the autosweeper to pick them up and put it into the payload opener. And once we cycle again, so we have interplanetary payloads arriving, the thing will detect them, close the door, this thing won't have access, but that's fine. All the things will land over here, it will stop detect, open up again, blah 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 blah. That should be the cycle this thing works on. However, if the detection quality is too high, it's going to be constantly detecting payloads, which means the doors are going to be constantly closed, rendering this thing useless. So we don't really want to have a high quality scan network thingy. We just want it to work like a few seconds before the payloads arrive. Alright, so the doors are almost done. I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to request a few payloads to be delivered, because for this thing to be built I kinda wanted to have the sky clear of objects. So let's request a couple of payloads from the planet. They should arrive momentarily, and we will see if this thing is working as intended. But right now everything is, well, most of it is built anyway, so we can come over here, reconnect that, and as we can see, the thing well, the game never has physics until it has physics, because, you know, the game likes to do these kinds of things to us from time to time. Okay, okay, sure game. Alright, so we have a payload en route, 50 seconds to arrive. Let's go into the planet and let's see, when will the scanner detect... Oh, here we go, detected. Payload incoming, payload incoming. The thing closes off, the target beacon becomes active, and now we just need to see if this thing is active long enough for the payload to arrive over here. However, I'm feeling confident. How much longer? A few more seconds. Here we go. No need for future me to cut this part. I can just keep on talking, and here we go. Okay, this one I wasn't expecting. Oh. Okay. Kinky. And here we go. Just in case you didn't catch what happened, the payload was about to touch down when this thing cut off and opened the freaking door. Okay. That put me in a good mood. I have to admit, my friends, it was just too funny. Okay, like, if it had landed in any other tile, it would be perfectly fine, but because it landed on this one, the payload went all the way over there. Okay, just to prevent that from ever happening again, we can just put one thing right there, and then we put one ladder right there, so the dupes can come down from there, this point over here, otherwise I don't think they can, and that should prevent that thing, you know, if the payload falls over here, the thieves can still pick it up. That was hilarious. Oh, another thing, never forget to put background, because guess what? All the salt water I deposit in here is gone into space. Just, yeah, pro tip, always build a background when in space. But well, my friends, this cycle is almost over, even though I am ultra excited about the thing I just built. I kinda wanted to see it working for a little while, to see how I could tune it up a little bit more, but I suppose that future me can always do that. It was a very nice last-minute idea that we had over here, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty useful for future me. However, my friends, as this cycle comes to a... Really, Bubbles, you're running away from me. I think Bubbles is a little bit introvert and she doesn't like to be followed around while I'm doing my outro. But oh well, that's Bubbles' problem and not mine. And as I was going to say, given that this cycle is coming to an end, so must this episode, my friends. We got our retirement home almost built, but our dupes still have plenty more to do. And with all of that said, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the base manager signing out. Bye bye.